Welcome back. Another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. As you can tell, it's a very special day in the arena. Today, my friends, we gotta do it. Despite our Herculean best efforts, eventually everything loses to Ragavan on the draw sometimes. So, if we're gonna stick with the tradition of trying to build that which vanquishes us, we're going to build Ragavan Nimble freaking Pilferer, the monkey! And yes, we're still in the bathroom. Florida CGB, Florida man CGB, continues the toilet gaming. It wouldn't be proper toilet gaming if it weren't mono red. And the interesting thing about Ragavan, like, to be honest, maybe the only nice thing I can say about this card, you can build it a lot of different ways. You can, like, it ramps, it gets value, so you don't have to just burn the opponent's face. But it seemed appropriate when playing a game where I literally poop to play all the ghosts of mono red past. That's right. All the cards through the years that have made me miserable on Magic Arena. All the cards. What kind of quality of life would I have if just all these cards were obliterated from the record? Can you imagine the joy that each day would bring me, the smile I would have on my face? It would almost be like every day I've spent in the great warm state of Florida as opposed to the cold weather of Michigan January. Yeah, the Florida life. But there's another good reason to play Ragavan in mono red and the ghosts of, like, all the lost mono red games past. It's because there's a war going on. A war for my heart. You see, in less than 2 hours, the team I've rooted for all my life in the NFL, the Detroit Lions, coming off their first playoff win in 32 years. You don't have to know anything about football to know this. When you root for a team that hasn't done well enough to even to win a game in the playoffs for 32 years, you know it's a painful experience. It's a love-hate relationship that I've had with this team for so long, since I was a child. They're going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa is a city in Florida. My newly chosen place of residence. It's my new love versus my true love. They're gonna bash into each other in the great sport of football. Not that some of you care about this, but you get it. You feel the storyline just from that alone. You know, you understand. So what I'm trying to say is, I gotta do my dailies fast. And when I have to do my dailies fast, well, everybody on Arena knows there is one color, one strategy that always has your back. And I hate them for it. But today, I will become the evil that I swore to destroy. And God help me, I hope somebody really good, like a blue deck, defeats me. So I'll have something cool to play tomorrow. By the way, you can still follow me on Moxfield. Go click this thing here, hit this follow button that should be right around here. It's not here because this is my account. We have 3,509 followers. Thank you very much to 10101101. I get this weird feeling that's a bot. But if you check it out, if I click my buttons correctly, hello? Search for a brewer. Where'd the content creators thing go? You're making me look bad. It was supposed to be They had to like it. Never mind. I was on a mission to be the most followed creator on Moxfield. Now I don't see it. Now I don't see it. Oh well. You can still follow me on Moxfield. It's not the worst idea. It's not the worst thing you could do with your time. You might see sweet new decks. Like this Ragavan deck. I'm digging the hole deep. Thank you to my other sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code CGB5 at checkout. Get yourself a discount. Also, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate way to guard your products. Do you see how much this is worth? $296. If you're going to build this in paper, you got to sleeve it. Why would you build it in paper? To play Brawl in paper? Look, man. Don't mock me. Support our sponsors. Link in the description. And thank you to the YouTube members. The coolest thing you can do for the channel is hit join and become a member. I'm going to really strive to make it worth your while this year, like sincerely. I've already done 2 members only streams since I've been on this vacation tuning my various decks. They get 24-hour early access to my videos, so they get to see what the happenings before everybody else. They get to leave comments before everybody else, and I've actually been doing a good job getting in there and replying to those comments. I even answer questions. But CGB, why don't you answer questions from the rest of us? Because no questions. That's why. Dive in. Let the Ragavan nonsense begin. Who dares to challenge the evil one in best of one, running the evilest commander of them all? Who has the guts to face Ragavan combat? Who wants some? Come get some. Okay, seriously, Q. Freaking Q. I'm running out of things to say to the camera. They want, like, there's gotta be some cliche, you know. Let's get ready to rumble now. Tampa area gamers, are you ready? Okay, we did it. We got there. We got there. Liliana of the Veil. Didn't know you got promoted this high in the queue, Liliana, but it makes sense. Usually commanders that kill something get pretty high queue placement. We're on the draw. I mean, I am confident Liliana's going to go after us. So I think they're going to have a ton of removal and a ton of discard. Obviously, they're going to be hating our hand. So I think what you want to do is save Ragavan. I think we want to play out our other threats first. Make them deal with those threats, and then start dashing Ragavan when the hands are low. That's going to be my strategy. The squee is really good if we can get the third land. Smart players mulligan until they have interaction for Ragavan. And then some players will see your one-drop creature, and they have to keep holding up the interaction. Like, they have a fatal push here, but they don't want me to dash Ragavan, so they're not going to play it. Right? If we play the Rahilda, I think that they're going to kill that. So I think we pass here, actually. I think the intention is to lightning strike what they play if it's Liliana. Okay, informant. And the lightning strike is important because we need to dig for a land. We'll put in the Phoenix of Ash. We have both of our escape cards. Squee isn't exactly an escape card, but both of them are good for this matchup. The opponent fills our graveyard. We keep bringing them back. The issue, the big issue, is will we find the land? Dragon's Rage Channeler can help. You are not the land. Holy cow, you're not the land. Like, yeah, there's the land. All right. So, Breaches, Squee. Squee against removal seems great. But if this is cut down, this is only when a pirate attacks, though, so Breaches would have to live. And I think what they'll do is they'll go cut down your Channeler, Liliana, sacrifice Breaches. We're better off with the Squee for sure. Hopefully it's not a cut down, though. Hopefully it's Fatal Push. I really want the 1/1 here. It's so good against Liliana. Oh, March? Exiling what? You're into the abyss. That's some ambition. As long as we have Ragavan ready to dash out of the command zone, we're in a good position. Can always go over and kill the Liliana. Discard the Stoke. We're not going to be burning them out anytime soon. Another land, that's helpful. What do we got? 5 down there? Let's bring out Squee. Sorry, Phoenix of Ash. You're a good one, but Squee better. And we'll see if they have the answer. Yay! This is bad. We really needed a token that time. They've had the right instant speed removal at every turn, so now they can Liliana the Chandler and they have a blocker for Ragavan. So we have to draw a way to get rid of this beetle, or we have to draw a land. Okay. I mean, it's value. Value good. Doesn't die to the beetle. Might hit a land here. Hit Thundering Raiju. Unfortunate. Walk. Alright. Do we bring out Ragavan? Time to bring out the Queen. Is this a board wipe? We're going to have to discard. If it's a board wipe, we bring out Squee. Yeah, we bring out Ragavan. Bring him out! Bringing the Queen out too early? Most people wait longer. Oh my god, that's so perfect. But Lelia lives, right? It's okay, it's okay. Lelia lives.
Drop it.
I think we want the Breaches. Breaches says can't block on it. Could be good. Alright, attack, exile a thing. Guess so. Could get the Liliana off the field, they just play it again. Not a particularly good play, but we also have nothing in the graveyard to get back. So I think what we want is Breaches on the field. The problem with Breaches on the field, Liliana comes down and just makes us sacrifice it. But then the adversary kills the Liliana. Okay. Okay, we've got the sequence. It's a hard sequence, but we got it. They're gonna block with the Massacre Girl. They're gonna block with the Massacre Girl? Maybe they won't. Okay, they plan to just recast Liliana, which means we gotta play to the board.
Supposed to go.
If we're empty-handed, we're in a good position. So now they can't just Liliana plus us, and the Liliana minus just gets the adversary. And we have Squee coming back. Breaches can make Massacre Girl unable to block. Oh my god, you didn't draw a board wipe, did you? Did you? Even a board wipe's okay. Squee can back us up. It's kind of lucky, isn't it? It's kind of lucky. All right, Ragavan out of there. Kind of lucky. But now it's your time, you dubious monarch. I need you to solo this Liliana player. Oh my god, that gets back Massacre Girl! Are you kidding me right now? Their deck building prowess is unflappable. Dude, you're getting Massacre Girl 100%, right? I mean, they're thinking about getting Trespasser, and I'm sure that's because of Squee, but that's not it. Yeah, it's easy Massacre Girl. That's so busted. I can't believe they just drew that. Why are they scooping? Why are they scooping? Is it because I'm gonna take it with Ragavan? That's right, that's why they're scooping. I just thought of that. Evil CGB, too evil for Liliana. I hope a lot of you were just typing furious comments during that last game about, the Witch's Cottage isn't busted, it's not even good, you're gonna steal it with Ragavan, CGB. I hope so. One, that's the voice you have. You commenters, you keyboard warriors. Two, engagement bait. But if you're gonna engage, hit the like button. so I can do the hot tub stream. 3K likes hot tub stream. Rusko. Maker. If I lose to Rusko, I get to play Rusko. Does this hand lose to Rusko? I don't know if this hand is ever going to lose to Rusko. We braid a clock, we vortex them. Good hand. It's a good hand. We come in with a fetid pools. All right. Removal check. It gets them to use their mana too, so they can't counter a Roiling Vortex. They wouldn't keep a hand that couldn't deal with a Ragavan, would they? There's no way they'd do that. Who would do such a thing? See? Easy. Good thing that we were on the draw. Well, that wouldn't have worked out. Let's get the Vortex cooking. No life gain can be a big deal, but we have to hit our land drops for that to matter. Would steal heart. Fiery Impulse, also good against the mighty Rusko. Let's get this going. See if they have more removal handy. Needed that next turn. The problem with Shrapnel Blast is that we do, indeed, absolutely, positively, need an artifact. All right, bad news. They're definitely going to kill Lelia here. But what's the best thing to do? Did they just miss a land drop? They did. Missed a land drop. Might abrade that heart. And my trigger. They do let me have my trigger. Come on, we need to hit a land again. We do! Nice. Why'd they let me have that trigger? Bad Rusko players are bad, I guess. They just paid 3 life for that. The question you need to ask yourself is abrading this heart worth it? Can't be worth it. The problem is, if they counter something here, like we put out like the Raptor and they counter it, they got to use their mana that they otherwise wouldn't get to use. But just having 1 mana up is kind of bad too. I guess we can use the Vortex. I just really wanted to be able to go abrade your clock. We had 1 more spell in the graveyard that would turn on the Fiery Impulse. I mean, this is kind of a tough call. Having mana up seems really good here, but I don't know. Doing nothing seems pretty bad, but we have Vortex. I don't really want to abrade the clock on my... I'm passing. I'm doing it. This is kind of crazy, but I'm passing. If they pass too, that's okay. Damage is being dealt. All day, baby. All day. That's unfortunate. That's what they were holding up, though. The Archmage's Charm. Abrading the heart was tempting, but I think they would have just drawn into land. Unless they miss a land drop here, in which case I feel silly. Okay, there. Yep. Let's go! So, clock trigger on the staff. Let's go with this. Can't gain life. They make the clock. I really want to use the Molten Impact on the Rusko or the Fiery Impulse. They might defend this clock. Yeah, there's a negate, but they don't gain life from this because we activated the Roiling Vortex. Now we could bolt Rusko here. If we bolt Rusko, we get a hit with Ragavan. We also get a hit with Rampaging Raptor. I guess we get the Rampaging Raptor hit anyway. I really do want to save the Lightning Bolt. And yeah, I do want to hit this with Molten Impact, but you can do better. Another day will come. Squee. Definitely time to start punching them with haste creatures. The Squee might be the best one, but the Ragavan also leaves up a treasure and gets Ragavan back in our hand. The Squee punches harder. Also, we keep the Vortex mana open, potentially. Fighting Rusko is hard. A very, very strong deck. This is the phase where they often just cast Rusko over and over, though. See if they do it again. Either the Archive, they do not cast Rusko here. But that's good for us in its own way. Discard Thought Distortion. What's often missing in these equations is how many cards these decks have to put in to win the mirrors, beat the Teferis, beat the other control decks. They just don't have the resources to fight against the red creature decks in their main deck. They might mulligan for a Go for the Throat, Soul Shatter. Did they let me have the trigger then? They're not safe. Life. Make it 4. Have to cast Rusko. Now we can respond here with a Roiling Vortex trigger, and I think that's what we do. They can't gain life this turn. Because the life total is what's important here. Untap. Trigger's on. Frostbite, 1 mana, kill target Rusko. Again, pretty good. Remove it. They'll put something on the stack. We can Vortex in response. Again. This keeps up the 1 mana for the Vortex to keep activating it. Vortex MVP in this game. Okay, they gotta counter that, but they don't gain the life. So we can knock them to 3 with an attack. Then they go to 2. Then we activate this on upkeep. Get a chance to respond to the clocks anyway. I mean, it's about damage. Let's do damage. Make them have an instant right now if they want to gain life. Okay, no life gain for you this turn. Vortex MVP. Unbelievable. Staying alive. That clock is at 9. Just got to get 1 point in. Zap. Offer you can't refuse, come on. Overloaded Cyclonic Rift in response. Oh, well, well. No life gain. That puts the invasion into our hand. This does mean that the clock is gonna strike midnight. Whoa! How? Are you kidding me? Their hand was perfect. Absolutely perfect. We're still 1 short on this stupid unholy heat. Pretty sure that's game. Let's see it. I can't believe that. I can't believe this is happening. I should have had this 100 ways. Okay. Makes a clock, but not a trigger. Not a trigger. They need triggers. They need life gain. Of course, counter spells will do it. There's one. There's two.
No need first iron out the details,
What you got?
then tea.
Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. That's on 10. An emblem with creatures you control get -2, -0. Okay, just can't let him draw any cards whatsoever. Get attacked. They got a counter spell, they can play it here. Not yet. If they have any spell, though, to set off this clock, it's over. Because of they'll gain so much life. I mean, that's it, right? It either resolves or it doesn't. They know about this. It either resolves or it doesn't. Pretty lucky. They were pretty lucky. I mean, you want to talk about having it all, and we put their back against the wall and they found a way out of it. I get to play Rusko, but fuck this game. After being in the queue for a minute, I predict Ragavan, but on the draw. Nope, Judith. Well, it's a really tough matchup. But we go first, so we win. GG's, Magic the Gathering. Let's go. So, I'm not putting Ragavan just down, right? So what I hope they play like some tapped creature like a Gutter Bones. That's what we're going for. That would be nice. What? Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. Do we play Ragavan? They kill it, we cast it again, right? And then they don't have anything on the board yet for their Judith. We've got to get a lot of cards out of this Bomat Courier before we have to kill their commander. Once we kill their commander, we have a bigger problem. Because the Bomat Courier won't be able to get any more cards. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show the target there. So I guess what we're doing here is we got to burn them. We could also abrade this Mox Ember, because Judith is a really good play for the next turn. Now we'll abrade and Lightning Strike later. We're gonna Slaying Fire their face. Holding. Removal, huh? I guess we can't do this then. Vortex! Nice. Get that cooking. I think this means they're going to kill my Bomat Courier, which means we don't even want the cards. They're so afraid of Ragavan, sometimes they just let anything that's not Ragavan hang out. Like that's the way that they're gonna do it. Huh. Crazy. Mania. Okay, yeah. Why'd you take the damage? So Judith with 2 spot removal spells so far. How many can you run in Judith? Not that many. Invasion's a pretty good one. Try to keep the road clear for Ragavan. And if we're gonna kill a Judith, we want to do it on an empty board where she doesn't kill one of our 1 toughness creatures. But somewhere in your deck you have creatures for this Judith, right? I mean, we've only seen a Ragavan. Okay, something. This is gonna open the path for Ragavan to get to the face. You're gonna pilfer your face. Good card. The huge thing about getting these dash attacks in is that Ragavan comes back to your hand. It kind of undoes the commander attacks from now on. Ooh. 3 points or a Goldspan dragon next turn. It's gotta be the dragon, right? Ah. Yeah. Come on now. We came to burn! And this is value in its own way. Plus, we gotta win this Roiling Vortex race. The opponent's showing us spot removal all over the place. They aren't playing many creatures for a Judith deck. They're removal, removal, removal. Which is good when they're on the draw against Ragavan, but it means they might just kill the Goldspan Dragon. Yep, Ragavan here dies, probably. We wait. I mean, what are they gonna do? They can't do much at instant speed other than kill creatures. We wait for them to tap out for Judith, and then we Ragavan dash with Sticky Fingers. Mishra, that's 5 toughness. Yeah, scary. They have 3 mana up, because why not? Alright, well, face. And you see they still have another instant ready to go. But we can keep them from gaining life off the Mishra trigger. What do you think? Do we play the Ragavan and try to bait that out? Or do we go for the Goldspan Dragon? It might not be a removal spell that kills Goldspan. We gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. Opponent living by never didn't have it rules. But that cost them 2 life. If not, let's see if they try to attack here. They're way behind in the race now. Trigger on the stack. No life gain. Do go to 11. A little scary. Go to 10. End of 5. Rahilda. Really get the job done. So dash the Ragavan. The Sticky Fingers on the Ragavan. Is their last card also Lightning Bolt or something? I feel a stick. Like this, that would be insane. All removal Judith would be absolutely an insane thing to see. It is! How the hell? Yes, that's what you're up against. I mean, it's a creature-based commander. They have 5 removal spells, 2 creatures. Insane. Absolutely stupidly insane. They're down to 4. Game's not over yet. Both. Not both. Had a feeling that was going to happen. Down to 9, we take it. We go to 5. All right, how about I draw a burn spell? How about that? Chain Whirler. Dashing Ragavan, not good enough. Let's see, they block here. We go to 3. We need a blocker for the Gix. Chain Whirler. What, no removal? Are we dead to a haste creature? We're dead to a haste creature. Dead to another removal spell. I'm sure they'll draw that. Six removal spells in Judith! Clown gaming, man. Who are these clowns? Pathetic! Don't play this deck. Just don't. It's so... Ragavan is so stupid. Red cards are so terrible. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. The people who enjoy this are just the opposite people in the world from me, and we'll never see eye to eye. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad. But like seriously, this build of the deck was all about like mono red's greatest hits. It was designed to be good against everything else, and it is. Like the games against Rusko, Judith, those are interesting. The games you're not gonna see, maybe I'll include one of them. The endless mirror matches against other Ragavan decks on the play, and they're like stupid versions of the decks. They're just the cards that they pull out are so obnoxiously dumb. I just want to be able to go Fervent Champion Robber of the Rich one time. Let's keep. We're up against Kiora. I think against Kiora, you actually just turn one Ragavan because I don't think they can beat it on the draw. They need like witness protection. They mulliganed really hard. So yeah, on the play, Ragavan. What you got in your green deck? It's Brawl. Good. Kumano. I mean, we just want to be as aggressive as possible, yeah. I guess we should see what we get. I just wanted to go Fervent Champion Robber of the Rich one time for the throwback. That's the only reason this Fervent Champion's in the deck, if I'm being real. It is not a good card. Let's drop the Kumano. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna play this Kiora. Kiora Utopia Sprawl is a really good start. Let's get the Roiling Vortex down. Start picking up all the damage that we can. We're really looking for a land off the top. They didn't use the Kiora. They must have some huge creatures ready to come out. So if we hit them, we can deal 6 to this. Not enough. Base, right? Base is the place. 7 loyalty, too much from the Behemoth Beckoner. And we need the treasure bad. We get a Battle Mammoth that we're not going to use. Ass. Short a land. Run a 30 lander. Okay. That's good. No life gain, but look at the cards they're going to get to draw from this. Nope. Still 4 mana open. What do they do with it? They got a Ceratops. Alright, 4 toughness. The wall. Mountain when we needed it, thank God. Wrangle. Abrade. Plow the road. That exile could end up being relevant. We could kill the Kiora. I don't think it's worth it. Face. Like, we're not going to win a long game against Kiora. It's loaded with ways to untap, like, lands that make a lot of mana and cast huge creatures. We're not going to win the long game. We've got to win the short game. Elder. You gain 4 life. Gross. Let's see. But we can respond with that ability on the stack. I'm probably going to blow up the vortex first. But just having 2 creatures here is kind of insane. Yeah, the vortex. So no sense in activating it. How do we get through? How do we finish the job? Rage. I'm feeling the rage. 7 toughness is so much. Any creature they play gains 4 life. If we don't kill that thing, we're gonna die. We have to just charge. The blocks. Alright, that elder has to die. Because of trample and this timing, we're still going to get a treasure token. But that turn wasn't good. Huge creatures, man. Now we have to draw the burn that goes face. We gotta draw Stoke the Flames. We gotta draw Shrapnel Blast. We gotta do it before they find another way to gain some life.
I love to make a splash.
At least they're scared to attack. They're scared to try to turn the corner. We have a chance. Burn spells. It has to be the burn spells. Ain't it? Definitely not it. I think this game's over. Graveyard is 2 cards. The Kumano made them exile a whole bunch of stuff, so they can't Uro yet. But if they activate the Vorinclex, that'll fill the graveyard. Here we go. Just a casual mill 10. They hit a Titan. They hit a Titan. I hate this game, man. I hate this deck. I hate this so much. Oh, the rage! Today's Toilet Gaming shout-out goes to Tyler. Tyler, thank you for joining and becoming a member and getting early access to those videos and getting your questions answered on stream. At this point, it's a competition with myself to see just how cringe we can make these intros and outros so that you guys either watch them or completely skip them. Just like this video, which is Ragavan. Look, if you're gonna play Hellq, if you want to be the best, like no one ever was, Ragavan Nimble Pilferer is the most busted 1-drop that you can probably play in a 1v1 setting in Commander. It's a hard card to compete with. And you want to get your dailies done, you will be the beneficiary of turn 1 scoops often because nobody likes getting hit and having their stuff stolen. It's too tilting. It's too frustrating. I've scooped it. You've scooped it. We scoop it like the kitty litter, man. But it gets the job done, and I can't believe this is legal. When they revealed this was coming to Arena, and then when they revealed that it wasn't going to be banned in Historic Brawl, I knew the gloves were off. Brawl is the format where all the crazy goes to play and die. So, yeah. If you're gonna run Ragavan, you gotta be ready for mirrors, you gotta be ready for Rusko, you gotta be ready for Teferi, you gotta be ready for the hate. And you can beat it all, because this little monkey is a killer. A true killer. Today was going to be the last video in the bathroom. Tomorrow, the intention is to set up in a new location in the house. I hope you've enjoyed this toilet gaming. I hope you enjoyed this little visit from evil CGB. But don't worry, I don't think Florida Man CGB is going anywhere. At least not for another week or so. So, to all of you cool kids who stayed till the end, leave a comment, hit like. Remember, 3,000 likes on a video, hot tub stream. I might even make an appearance. The evil CGB may show up. So, smash that like button. Get it to 3K. Like 30,000 people watch this. Can't get 3,000 of you to hit a like button? Why is this so hard? Is it because it's mono red? Come on. For the greater good, you guys. I'm the one who had to play it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Cool.